Salam, this is video 2. Okay, the raping of humanity. If one refuses to be raped, right? That is, one tries to fight off the rapist, what? They are, especially like women, they are labeled crazy, like Michael Jackson, right? When Michael became #1, right? When he outsold the Beatles and outsold Elvis Presley, and today, to this day, they still try to promote Elvis Presley as being the king. Michael, if you understand anything about music, if you know anything about music, and not just listening to it and hearing the beat and it sounds good, but if you know how music is, how every note of the music is synchronized, okay? Then you can begin to predict where certain notes should be in the music and what should follow, okay? What type of sound should follow, okay? Then you begin to know the greatness of Michael and his music. Because you don't know what you can and what you can't do too, okay? To this day, they still try to promote Elvis as #1. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that like Elvis. Yeah, that's all good. He was wonderful. But the fact remains, okay, because we're going to be real and we're going to be honest here. Yeah, you can love Elvis. That's good, okay? My mother liked him a lot. But the truth of the matter is, okay, his beats came from a black man, okay? But Michael is better. Michael is music. Michael, the king of pop, is an understatement. Michael is the king. But and to try to reduce that from him, and try to take that from him is rape. And the more Michael stood to protect himself, okay, the more they tried to label him as crazy, wacko jacko. That's raping. The more he resisted the rape, the more they tried to rape him. The more they tried to put it on him. When he, and like I said, because he's a martyr, I don't say he was. I say he is. Because the spirit, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says a martyr lives, but we know it not. And I'm not going to keep saying that. So I'm going to just continue to say he is. Okay. Yeah, yeah, the more he resisted, the more they tried to put it on him, the more they tried to rape him. Okay? So the more the person resists, just like women, when a woman goes through menopause, okay, that she begins and her children are, generally when she starts to go through menopause, her children are adults at that time, okay, or young adults. They're going, in their late teens, okay, approaching adulthood, and the mother begins to change to them, but really she's growing up. She's continuing her life. And she generally has to fight for that, to continue her life, because even her family wants to hold her back to that position of servitude, which she voluntarily, did in the past, for her family. A service she provided voluntarily in the past for her family, and they want to hold her to that. They don't want to take accountability for themselves, for certain things for themselves. They want her to continue to cook and clean and slave and, things of that nature, And when she resists, when she says it's time for them to take accountability, and she's continuing her life, it's like, Mom is crazy. Mom needs to go to a sane asylum. Mom is now speaking out. Mom is being more assertive. They want to continue. They want to rape her. And men do the same thing to women. They want to rape her when she begins to grow beyond the role society has established for her within the family of service, where she's to be the place herself on the cross for the family, and die for their sins, basically, spiritually die for their sins. and just serve for the rest, mindlessly serve without any emotion. Pain come her way, she's just to overlook that. She's not to even frown, to demonstrate any sense of resentment to the frustration or the agony that she's suffering as a result of the lack of concern for her well-being. And if she does express anything concern, it's mom is crazy, something's wrong with her. She never complained in the past. What's wrong with her now? Something's wrong with her. And and the family, can become her total enemy. That's rape. But the market is structured that way. And then what, she has to succumb to that if she never worked, or she worked very, minimum outside the family, whereby, outside the home, whereby she is now dependent on whatever income that, as was in the past, still dependent. But she may be trying to get her life together, but she has to suffer the indignant of oppression by the children and the father. Okay? So that's rape. But the commercial market is structured to be that way, right? Whereas in the past, the families worked together on the family farm when they worked the land, right? And I gotta get my but anyway, where they worked together, okay? And she had a bit more. She had there was a degree of equality, okay, because they needed each other. They worked together, okay. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. The more she speaks out, the more they think she's crazy. The more Michael spoke against raping him of his dignity, because he worked very hard since he was a child for his accomplishments, okay, and he did achieve the greatness of being king, right, east and west, and succeeded beyond the Beatles and broke every record that the Beatles or Elvis made. Now they want to rape him. Now it's time to rape him. Fuck the money. Let's rape him because we want that title. We want to keep that. We want to keep that Zionist. We want to keep that. We want to keep that image. Okay, we can't let a black man have that. So it's not only raping Michael. It's raping the whole African. It's raping humanity. Okay, it's raping humanity because we can't let a person from that cultural ethnicity, have it. We can't let them have that title. We got to keep that white. Okay? Enough of that. Let me get my remote right there. So, yeah. So they want let's go to rape now. Okay? Yeah. But let it be known, Elvis was not the king. Okay? The Beatles, they were good, but they were not Michael. And yes, I said I was going to no matter what, I was going to keep talking about him, okay? Because he needs to be, the world needs to be constant. If it takes a whole wide world to tell you once again who's bad, let me do that. Let me be the one. Okay? So anyway, because he was raped, okay? He was raped, and to rape Michael is to rape humanity, okay? Because what? Yeah, the black man is constantly raped. They're trying to rape him now of rap, okay? Let's go to rap. Like when we got LL Cool J, we got Public Enemy, had Dr. Dre, had Snoop Dogg, had all those old school rappers who really brought rap out. I mean, I know Public Enemy, hardcore #1, right? And then LL and all them followed, yes, but they were still, you can still say that they are in line with Public Enemy because they were you could still get some knowledge from them. You could get inspiration from them. You see what I'm saying? They weren't like this. I mean, this what's going on now? It's not gangster rap. It's toilet rap. I mean, toilet rapping, toilet tissue rapping. You know what I'm saying? You can wipe your ass with that rap. No, I don't know, but it's not like LL Cool J. It's not like Snoop Dogg. It's not like Dr. Dre. It's not like those who, I mean, P. Diddy. It's not like them. You know, it's not like them. They were, when they spoke about rap, they spoke about, yeah, it was fun, but they spoke about coming up, you know, uplifting yourself. And it may not have been, the way we talk about it and spiritually and all this kind of stuff, but it was about getting your money, getting your money basically, and taking care, and having nice things, having a nice lifestyle, okay, a nice lifestyle. It wasn't all this. It wasn't degrading. Let's say it wasn't degrading the way it is now. Okay, and I often say to my nephews, when they become 40 or something like that and get ready, and they really experience life challenges, and they need to look back and have some inspiration or something inspirational, what are they going to look back on? Some music inspirational. I mean, I can look back in old school, and even as far as like LL Cool J and P. Diddy and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and artists like that, Mary J. And I can look back at them, and I can still get some inspiration from them, right? So what I'm trying to say is rap is raped. The rappers like P. Diddy, rappers like LL, rappers like Public Enemy #1 and all the others, they, and Eazy-E, those artists, they are what the world, emulates today. Like the M&Ms of the world. Okay? They are what? They are the ones that M&Ms, like I said, the M&Ms of the world, and those rappers in other countries, who do the rapping today, some good, some bad. I'm not saying it's all bad, I'm not saying it's all, but what they play on the radio is, and what, some of the stuff my children listen to is, I don't like it. But the point is, it's being raped. That gift to the world of rap is being raped. Just like Michael Jackson's music. Just like Michael Jackson, when he beat the Beatles out, and he beat the Elvis out, then he began to get raped. Well, because rap was so powerful, popular, okay, and phenomenal, they want to rape that too, and they rape it with you can't, with non-inspiration, with lyrics that are that one listening to, one can be burning hell, okay, that can take one to hell. It don't inspire one to go to heaven. It inspires people to go to hell. That's like LL and Cool J. They inspire people to live a good life. Get your money, live a good life, buy a nice house, take care, get your jewels, do what you got to do. But it didn't inspire you to go to hell. The music, this stuff, the way they hijacked rap, inspires people to go to hell. Inspires them to beat their woman. They're totally degrading to the black woman. And back in the day, I don't be real. Back in the day, when the LL Cool J's and the Dr. Dre's and Snoop Dogg's, and they start doing their rap, they had some beautiful, beautiful black women in their videos. And I remember I used to tell my daughter, so I used to say, You know, if rap is a beautiful, you know, a music genre, and it really promotes the beauty of black women. You know, the body of black women. You know, and that's really beautiful. Today, okay, you can't say the same thing. Okay, it even kidnapped that. Rap is not. It's not. It's not in the black control anymore. It's not. It's not. It's been stolen. It's been hijacked, and it's been used to demean, to do the total opposite of what the LLs and Dr. Dre's and what's it, Public Enemy #1 introduced it to, and Tupac. You know, and even the group that Tupac used to sing with, he was a white boy. He was cool. He was really cool. He had some good stuff. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, color really doesn't make the difference. But you know, hue doesn't make the difference. But the point is, it's being raped. The genre is being raped, and it was introduced by, you know, the black community to inspire and uplift and promote. Now it's being raped to do the opposite of what, you know, it was designed to do. You know, it's being raped. So I'm giving you another example of being raped. Okay. Of something being raped. Okay, and how if one tries to defend it, they're crazy, they're insane, they're wacko, because they reject the raping. I reject the raping of rap. Okay, I reject the raping of rap. And that's because what? Because people like the Vatican have gotten a hold to rap now, right? And they're promoting all that garbage rap. Okay, they're promoting all that toilet tissue rappage, right? The toilet tissue rap. Okay, toilet rap. That's what they're promoting. Okay, but anyway, so. Okay, so if one rejects the raping, they're labeled as crazy, aggressive, like when the black man is beat on the street and he rejects it. Oh, he must have had a gun. He must have something to hide if they don't want to be stopped and people and volunteer to let the police go through their car so they don't be set up. They must be crazy. They have something to hide. Okay? And if they even speak out against it, they're aggressive, they're hostile, okay? Because they're rejecting rape. Because some people have learned to accept it. Some people have learned to embrace it, the raper. Some people even go to bed at night with the raper. Some people even love the raper. Some people even protect the raper, right? And like I said, when the woman wakes up to menopause, during the time of menopause, crazy. The earth wakes up with all the volcanoes. Nature is what? Nature is wild. Okay? Nature has to be tamed, right? Taming is rapist, right? Has to conform. Nature has to conform to the raper, to the will of the rapist beast, right? Okay. And if the woman doesn't conform, she's a bitch. She's a bitch. She's labeled a bitch, like she is in rap, right? A gold digger. Oh, because what? The woman wants somebody, she wants to marry a man who's going to take care of her and provide for her and the children. She doesn't want to volunteer for poverty, right? Okay? She's a bitch gold digger, right? Okay. No, woman. You keep, when it comes to, one of your prerequisites for a husband, yes, him being employed should be one of them. Okay? Him having a job should be one of them. Him having his own business or by some means by which to provide should be one of them. Okay? That doesn't make you a gold digger or a bitch because you have expectations beyond poverty, okay? Beyond food stamps, okay? Because believe you, if you didn't have a pussy, he wouldn't want you, okay? If you weren't a woman, he wouldn't want you. A real man who likes pussy, okay? If you didn't have one, he wouldn't want you. So why should you want him if he volunteers you for poverty, for food stamps? Now, I'm not saying that, that things happen in life and by which, you may have to need food stamps or something like that. But the bottom line is, it shouldn't be, okay, I'm just marrying you for dick only. Something to that nature. You know what I'm saying? To let you fuck me. Bottom line. I'm to be raped. Because you say, I expect you to be able to provide for me and the children that our marriage produces. That doesn't make you a gold digger. Okay? Because if you take them home to your dad, like it used to be back in the day, your dad would have said, okay, how are you going to provide for my daughter? What type of job you have? That's one of the benefits of having, your prospective companion go and meet your father. Because back in the day, the dad would have asked him, how are you going to provide for my daughter? What kind of job you have? What's your income? That was so what, the dad would have been a gold digger too? No. Okay. Now, so generally today when a woman goes that route with a man, she's a bitch. She's a gold digger. That's not the case. That's just not the case. Women have expectations too, other than a big dick. Okay. That's real. Okay. Now, so she's anybody who resists rape is labeled derogatory. Okay, is derogatory, it's given a derogatory label. Okay, whether it be bitch, nigger, wacko, jacko, and really nigger came from the word naga. A naga was the snake, was also the kundalini that rises within man as his consciousness begins to ascend and goes through the chakra system, right? So they took that positive spiritual term and made it negative. And because we have such a phallic system, right? The phallic system, where the male is dominant, right? So the bigger the phallic, right? The greater the spirituality, the greater the power, right? That's the way it's supposed to be seen, right? So you know what they say about the nigga, right? The naga. I'm just playing the game with the word. But anyway, so they say the naga, as we said, as it rises, it goes to the chakra system, okay, and the person becomes more enlightened, right? So they took the word naga and made it a nigger, okay, made it a nigger. So when they make a nigger at the person, what? They do the opposite of what rap was intended to do. Instead of taking them up, it takes them down, right? Or rape the rap, rape the genre, rap, turn it nigger, reverse the intention by instead of having it uplift, have it bring the person down, right? Same thing with the word naga. N-A-G-A, right? They took it N-I-G-G-A, right? Made the black man, instead of making him a naga, made him a nigga, right? And thereby by giving it a negative connotation. Another thing too, from what I've read too, or what I've observed, the word Sambo. Sambo was in Asia represented a holy black. Like what they have, like Buddha, okay? Buddha was a enlightened one, right? Well, Sambo also represents, like the Naga, an enlightened one. So they don't take, they just reverse the connotation. Instead of making it, they take away its positive connotation and give it a negative connotation, just like back in the day of when Africans were brought across the ocean and enslaved, right, and placed in the institution of slavery, right, and they were given a negative connotation, right. Well, their names had to be, the names that they were given couldn't be one like Mary, a holy, name, despite Mary was, if her son had black and had copper skin and woolly hair, and he didn't have no father, he surely didn't get it. Where do you think he got that copper skin and that woolly hair from? And what did they say about the hair? Your hairness, your highness, right? He had to get it from her highness, her hairness, right? So his mother was black, right? So despite Miriam was black, right? The one who was brought from Africa couldn't have the name Mary. Okay, when African people were woman was put in the institution, she couldn't have a positive name like Mary, right? She had to have something that, like Soot, okay, a name with a negative connotation, right? Same thing with Sambo and Naga, reverse the connotation, right? Don't attribute nothing positive, just like the king, right? The king of music, right? The one who is music, the king, right? The king, east and west. Can't have that. Got to label him wacko jacko. Got to stick some molestation in there. Got to stick something dirty, attach something filthy to him, because we cannot have that. Have humanity have anything. We got to rape them. We got to take everything good from them. Take everything positive. Take everything positive, what's left, but negative, right? So take everything positive, so they're pure negative, so that they can attract anything but negative, right? Because negative attracts negative, and positive attracts positive. So take everything positive from them, and they will only attract negative, and that's what negative, right? So they're only attracting negative, right? And they're taking everything positive, right? So then what does that have? Everybody looks on them negatively. And then when they bring Asians to America, right? And they're getting off the boats, first thing they look over and see that soot, right? They see the nigger, the naga. But they don't see the naga, they see the nigger, because everything was taken from the naga, right? They don't see the Sambo, that which in their own country, the Sambo was seen as what? A holy person, an enlightened one, right? No, they see a disgusting being, right? Because negative, that's attracting that negative, because everything's been taken, right? Like I said, same thing with rap, right? Rap is being raped. Rap is being raped, and the positive from rap is being what? Placed in the pockets of people like Rothschild, people like the Warburgs, people like the Oppenheimers, people like the Schiffs, right? Because those are the dynasties that are controlling the ring of power, right? Right? Okay, so they're raping the Nagas. They're raping the Sambos, right? Of all their positive their positive spirituality, their positive energy, right? Their positive their gifts, right? Of creativity, right? Removing their ability to compete in the market, because they can't compete with the Nagas, right? They can't compete with the Sambos, right? Okay, so call them wacko. And when they refuse to be raped, what? Label them as hostile, label them as aggressive, label them as a threat, right? Okay, because they can't, because the commercial world, the Rothschildian basically world cannot compete, okay? Because they got to keep them oppressed, because they can't ascend, but the Nagas can ascend, right? The Sambos can ascend, but the Nagas can't. But the rapists cannot ascend. And Rothschild is a rapist. The Vatican is a rapist. They can't ascend. Okay, they cannot ascend, so they got to keep them oppressed. So take everything from them. Make the Nagas niggas. Make the Sambos, represent something very, very, negative, so that it will attract more negative light, right? No, not negative light, but negative disdainment. Okay. So and then what? Label him as ignorant, right? And the woman is crazy when she's raped. Label her crazy, right? So when she's oppressed and she refuses to be oppressed, she's a bitch. She's a bitch, and if she wants power in the market, if she wants equality, and she wants to let me go to video 3. So